Yeah, good morning. Listen, throughout my time working on this project, there's a few things that I've come to understand a little bit more. The thing I'm specifically talking about is the similarity between the positions. Whether we're on the bottom, trying to get our 1-point escape, okay? Whether we're on the bottom, whether we're in on him on penetration, it's the same position. Whether we're in on penetration, whether we're on the bottom, or whether we're fighting a headlock. It's all the same position. Butt down, head up, a nice big base. Okay, for all these things, we're going to be on the mat. And the point is of this work right here is the understanding the position's the same. We need a big base. We need to be mobile. We need to be on balance. We need to be strong from the very same position. Okay, what we do with our hands and our feet sometimes is a little different, but the basic premise is the position's the same. It's a athletic position. It's a position that we're ready to wrestle from. It's a position that we're ready to react from. That's the position we need. Again, whether we're on the bottom, whether we're in on penetration, or whether we're fighting a headlock. The basic body position is all the same. It's an athletic, ready-to-react position. Okay? We have to make sure, again, we have to make sure that we're mobile, that we're on balance, and we have reserve action in our lower portion. Those are the things we have to think about when we're in those positions. Again, in on penetration, fighting the front headlock, or on the bottom. If we're getting crushed in those positions, we probably need to make our base a little bigger. Okay? Again, the point is, we don't have to study 5 different positions. We'll just understand the big picture of position. Okay? Remember, the 3 positions are similar. We do different things with our hands, probably. Well, not probably. We do different things. But the base has to be solid. Because we're not able to do the things with our hands if we got all the weight on our hands. That's why we have a big base, so that it kind of frees up our hands to do what we need to do with our hands and our arms from these positions. But I'm telling you, the position is the same. We need to be on balance. We need to be mobile, agile, and hostile there. Okay? I want us to think about the big picture, about the position being the same position. Okay? Now remember, let's go to specific stuff. If from the bottom, if we're able to stand up and walk away from him, that's fine. We'll take that. I'm talking about the best people in the country. The things you have to do on the bottom to beat the best people in the country. Okay? That's what this workshop is all about. And it's always about beating the best people in the country. It's not about beating Joe Blow from XYZ High School. It's not about that. Okay? And when we are in this position, we could use our hands as pistons, our arms as pistons to keep us upright. between the piston hand or the piston arm and your base, you know, our body position should be taken care of. Okay? On the bottom, we keep our weight back. We sink back. Not only do we sink back, but we sink down. We sink down and back when we're on the bottom. Okay? And remember, when we're on the bottom like that, we don't need any flipping, rolling, skipping, backwards roll, forwards roll. We don't need any of that. We need to maintain our position so that we are able to wrestle. If we're out of position, we're not going to be able to wrestle as well. That's why we emphasize these positions, how important it is. Bottom work, weight. If we're getting swashed all over the mat, that means our base isn't big enough. We need to widen our base. Okay? And again, if we can stand up and walk away from them, that's fine. Okay, but again, we're talking about wrestling the best people in the country. And you're not going to stand up and walk away from the best people in the country. That's why we have to study this position on the bottom. And you guys are getting some stuff that nobody's ever heard of before, again, except for OSU grads, wrestling graduates. Because we had the opportunity and we were blessed to have Dr. Thomas as our coach. And he's the one that kind of got me started in this direction. The study of reaction and position is what it is. That's what it is. All right. Also, unless time is a factor, I want us to come up under control on our own terms. Okay? Come up under control on our own terms, unless time is truly a factor. And if time is a factor, then I suggest you do what I ask you to do, only speed it up a little bit. Because you still have to go through the same actions, motions and actions. Okay? So if we're getting swished, if we're getting manhandled, it's because our base isn't big enough. Okay? So really it's about the base. And you can start with, one leg, up in front of you. You could start like that. And against some people you might have to. Okay? Let's keep our weight back. Stay arm's length away, using our arms as pistons. And cross hand fighting when the time comes. Because we can't be going same side. Who knows why we can't go same side? Because it just creates a hook is all it does. So whenever we're under pressure and we're fighting from the bottom like that, we need to cross hand fight. Not same side. Because all we do here is make a hook. If we go same side, all we do is make a hook for the guy. And we'll never get away from anybody. So, cross hand fighting, we already went over it. And we'll probably have to go over it again. Okay? Same position. Okay, we're in on penetration. And we're at a standstill. I'm deep and he's doing whatever he needs to do. Now that's the same position. Okay? Again, we do different things with our arms, but the footwork and the base is all the same. Okay, we're in on a single now. We're fighting, or even in on a double. Okay?